agent killed. Contaminated detected. Rogue agent neutralized. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue agent nearby. Hilo almost at extraction now. Incoming. Rogue agent nearby.
Hello everyone and welcome to another build video. For today's video I want to show you my shield build. I don't normally use shields in the Division 2, but I think 4 characters and each character has 12 builds on them. I think that I have only 3 shield builds, so mainly when I'm focusing on a shield I usually like to get the most out of it instead of just using it for a little bit of armor. So I come up with a shield build that actually it's worth playing with in PvP. As you can see here I have 4 blues and only 2 reds. So this one it's automatically for PvP. You can use this one on PvE if you want to. It goes very well, especially because you have the Stinger Hive. You're going to have some Terrans here that may help you, but in my opinion this is more focused on the PvP, as you saw in the video in the beginning. So let's go over into the build. I have the Technician because I choose the Technician because it gives me +1 skill tier. As you can see here I have 4 blues, and for the Bulwark Shield it will add +1 to the skill 3 in order to have if you have a utility and armor. So I have 4 blues with 1 skill tier coming from the Technician. That means that I have skill tier 5 on the shield. That's one of the reasons why I choose the Technician for this one. Now let's go over into the weapon. I have the FAMAS here with assault rifle, hail damage and critical hit damage. With Optimist I wanted damage to target out of cover, but I don't have too many FAMASes in my stash. I was unlucky to find a FAMAS with damage to target out of cover, but this one will do. For the weapon, for the secondary weapon, I choose the shotgun, the M80 870 Express. This is basically for close quarter battles, especially if I'm close to a player. I like to switch to this one so I can finish him immediately. And also I have I have 4 blues and 2 reds. I have 1.1 million damage, so I think that this is probably a good weapon to have, especially in a tank build. So I have here the shotgun damage, damage to armor and damage to the target out of cover with Optimist on it. Let me show you the mods real quick for the weapon. So I have here critical hit chance, and critical hit chance with 20 plus rounds. And for the shotgun I have the critical hit chance, and the reload speed. Now for the sidearm, which is highly important for this build, is the Liberty. Why I choose the Liberty? For those who don't know what the talent on the Liberty does, it says hits grant +2 weapon damage, stacks up to 30 times. Headshot consumes all stacks, repairing your shield for 3% per stack. Sorry, so that's important to have. Now the other option is the Regulus, but in my opinion, I think that the Liberty is better suited for this build. Now let's go over into the build real quick. So I have here the Coyote Mask. This one is especially if you're working in a party that's very good. If you don't have a guy using the Coyote Mask, but even though you're playing solo, you will get a lot of bonuses. So for example, you get 25% critical hit damage, especially if you're using the shield. You're going to have more bonus damage on the headgun, on the Liberty. Then for the 15 to 25 meter, that's basically the assault rifle range. So he's going to get 10% critical hit chance and damage. And for the 25 meter plus, you get 25% critical hit chance. Now we don't need this 25% critical hit chance, and we're also not using a sniper or a rifle on this one. So I don't see myself firing from this range too much. It's probably going to be between the 0 and 25. That's probably the range that you're going to fire most with this build. For the chest piece, I have the 0 Fs, which is the Badger's name chest piece, to give you the 10% shotgun damage with critical hit damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and perfectly unbreakable on this one. For the gloves, I have the Douglas and Harding for the 20% pistol damage with critical hit chance and critical hit damage. And this is where it gets tricky. So I have here the Emperor's Guard. This one has +1 armor regen. This is quite good to have for this build, especially if you're having the shield up. You'll get that armor regen coming from this knee pad. So it's not necessarily mandatory, but in my opinion, compared to other knee pads that I have, I think that this is probably like the best one suited for this build. Again, if you want, you can choose to you can switch to whatever you want here, but in my opinion, this is probably like the best one to have. Now for the backpack, I have the Bellstone to give me that 1% armor regen with armor, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and the talent Wicked on it. So applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 80% for 20 seconds. Now I have here the Stinger Hive. So that's basically what you do. You place down the Stinger, you get the Wicked, and then you have like bonus damage from the talent. So it's quite important to use the Stinger for this one. Now you can switch to the Seeker Mine, that the Seeker Mine only hit one target. Now if you want, you can use that, but in my opinion, I think the Stinger one is the best skill for this build. And for the last part, it's actually the Closeout. So the Closeout gives you 10% skill damage, which helps the Stinger Hive. I also rolled armor on it, so I have here 500% melee damage, status effect, and pistol damage. So if you're wondering what is this Closeout holster good at, it's actually for this build. So basically you get a lot of you get bonuses for everything. So you get the 10% skill damage for the Stinger, you get armor, which you kind of like need for a PvP build. You get the 5% melee damage, so there's basically when you slam a guy with the shield, you're going to do some damage, not a lot, but you're going to do some damage. Status effect will actually increase for the Stinger Hive, so the status effect will stay a little bit longer. And also you have the 9% pistol damage. So that's basically a good combination to have for this build, the Closeout. Now let's go over into the stats real quick. So I have here the 59% critical hit chance and 123% critical hit damage. Let's go over the skills. So I have here +5 tier 5. As you can see, I have 4 blues, but it doesn't show that +1 skill tier that you get from the technician. So that's why I have tier 5 on this one. So yeah, that's one of the things. What I have on the shield is holster regeneration, active regeneration, holster regeneration. You want to have the combination between these two. You can swap one of the holster regeneration for more active regeneration, but in my opinion this is the best way how you can set up. So active and holster regeneration on the shield, so you can get it up more easily. Now for the Stinger Hive, it's basically totally up to you which one do you want to put, but in my opinion I think that the Stinger is best for this build. So yeah, this is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more of the Division 2 content like this, and until next time, have a good one.